open to thoughts and ideas. She's able to modify as needed.
He starts every day off with the same sentence. He'll be like, "Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here."
She's able to identify kids' strengths. Everything is celebrated and encouraged.
Whenever I walk into class, he can always tell what mood I'm in. He usually likes to pull me aside to make sure that I feel okay, which makes me happy.
You can tell that the way she talked to the children during the e-learning, you can tell that she loves them.
My daughter gets a choice, do you want to read this book? Do you want to play this game? And, that really helps my daughter feel like she's kind of in charge of her learning. It really motivates her.
She created a program that she calls Reading Karate, where Leo graduates from one belt to the next. And that program has been, for sure, one of the most impactful interventions we've had.
She connects to each of the kids as an individual, develop relationships with students that make each of the kids feel really special, because she takes the time to make the personal connections with them.
She is a supporter of all children. She believes in every kid, regardless of what their ability is in certain areas. And she has the know-it-all to be able to get them from point A to point B.
Even during online school, he's online early and he stays late. And he's always there to help out. Anyone who has him is lucky and has an amazing teacher to help them along the way.
She truly has a passion for kids, for teaching, and I think she's just one of the most wonderful people I've met.
Good evening, and welcome to Minnetonka Schools' 16th Annual Celebration of Excellence and our first ever Virtual Celebration of Excellence program. I'm Dennis Peterson, Superintendent of Schools. While we would have preferred to hold this event in person with all of you, we have done our best to create a powerful digital experience to celebrate the amazing teachers, staff, and volunteers who make our schools truly outstanding. First, it is my privilege to introduce members of the Minnetonka School Board. It is their vision of world-class, child-centered excellence that brings us together this evening. Our school board members are Becker, who is the school board chair, Mark Ambrosen, John Holcomb, who is the school board clerk, Mike Lesage, who is the school board treasurer, Christine Ritchie, Chris Vitale, the school board vice chair, and Lisa Wagner. I look forward to the celebration of excellence every year. It is so rewarding to bring our community together to honor the commitment of teachers, support staff, administrators, volunteers, and business partners who do what is best for Minnetonka students every day. We received well over 400 award nominations again this year from students, parents, colleagues, and community members. The award selection committee members are comprised of several district administrators and employees who have been honored themselves through the Celebration of Excellence program in the past. Serving on a selection committee is a tough job. Choosing among the best of the best is never easy. This evening, we are also honoring those of our employees who have devoted 20 years or more to Minnetonka schools. Throughout this month, our building principals and I will be recognizing staff who have completed 5, 10, and 15 years of service. All of the individuals honored during the Celebration of Excellence program embody what we value most: collaboration, creativity, innovation, and the desire to help each child achieve personal excellence. And we are proud of each of them. We are opening our program tonight with a very special award, the Charlie Parnell Award for Excellence in Special Education. The Parnell family helped to surprise Kari Cox, this year's recipient. Let's watch.
Oh, hey, look, everybody. I think Kari Cox is joining us.
Hello.
Kari. Kari, either your video froze or you're very surprised.
Did I get the wrong link?
Kari, I'm pleased to tell you that you have the right link, and I'm very excited to have you here today. You can see Dr. Dennis Peterson is with us. The Parnell family is with us, and we have a very special announcement for you, Kari.
You've been selected for the Charlie Parnell Award, and there's no higher honor in our district. It's just always a special time, and to have the Parnell kids and Amy be part of it is always fun. So I'm going to turn it over to them.
I'm Ben Parnell. This is my sister Callie and my mom Amy. I have another sister, Laura, but she's unfortunately not here. She's at Madison at college. But this award is in remembrance of my dad, Charlie Parnell, who passed away unexpectedly when he was only 40, and when me and my sisters were extremely young. Our family created this award to recognize those who go above and beyond and to make a positive impact in the lives of children with special needs. And the award consists of $750 and a butterfly plaque, which is a symbol that has been special to my family for the past 14 years in remembrance of my dad. We wanted to honor people who go beyond the disability and to see the real child. We were deeply touched by all that you have done and to make a difference in the lives of your students and families. So with that, I want to say congratulations and thank you for everything you do.
Congrats! Her focus is always on what's best for him and what's best for his needs or best for us as a family.
They love her. When you watch her walking down the hall with a student, you would think she's walking down the hall with her own best friend. You don't notice so much of a teacher-child or teacher-student relationship. They're just people, and she's just there for them.
Once we found a strategy that works, she really works hard to make sure that everyone, so there's a huge continuity, so that everyone who works with him during the day is fully aware of the new strategies that are working for him or what his new milestones or new goals are.
Like a regular morning meeting, he's always the last one to sign off, it looks like, and it always ends with, love you, love you, Kari, and love you to all the support staff by name. So he truly feels how much she and her staff really care.
The Minnetonka Employee Awards for Child-Centered Excellence recognize clerical staff, custodians, nutrition staff, paraprofessionals, administrators, community education staff, and other licensed professionals who are not regular classroom teachers. They are representatives of the many caring adults who work tirelessly on behalf of our students and our community to make Minnetonka a world-class school district. In Minnetonka, all of our employees, from the front office staff to the grounds crew, know they play an important role in creating a learning environment where children excel. This year's Employee for Child-Centered Excellence Award recipients are Jenny Badurka, the Coordinator of Youth and Adult Programs at Minnetonka Community Education; Heidi Huseth, the Student Management Coordinator for Minnetonka High School; Lisa Keithley, a paraprofessional for Groveland Elementary; Derek Nelson, a Nutrition Services Worker at Minnetonka High School; Cindy Olson, a paraprofessional for Scenic Heights Elementary; and Julia Sepper, a clerical staff member for Minnetonka Community Education. Let's learn more about these employees.
I always use the adage of, I'm here for the kids, whatever that might be.
Even if it's just saying good morning when kids get off the bus, it's just keeping them full focused. Even in things that don't seem to relate to what I do, which is mainly reading support, it's supporting them in every possible way.
In Minnetonka, I'm surrounded by people that are smart and collaborate to improve. They are passionate about our students' success, and that pushes me to do better.
The first thing that comes to mind about why it's such a great place to work is all of the people. Our community ed team is awesome. They're so innovative and creative and always working to find new ways to meet the needs of our community. The participants and families that we get to serve every day are just wonderful, wonderful people.
When my first child was born 14 years ago, we started ECFE at Minnetonka Community Education, and I feel like I've been a lifer ever since, really, I guess you could say. I became involved in Minnetonka Preschool and ECFE Advisory Council to give back because I got so much education support and advice even at such a young age. Minnetonka has such a wonderful sense of community, and I'm just proud to be a part of it in the work that I do.
You're putting kids in front of everything that you do. As a media para, a lot of my jobs don't involve direct student contact, but no matter what task it is I'm working on, it's got that underlying feeling of being to support kids in their learning.
On my cart, I have a little sign that I do different things. One week it'll say like fun fact. Another one might be dad joke of the day, or things like that, question of the day. And I have a ton of fun. I feed off their energy. It's kind of funny. It makes me feel younger than I am.
Teach me every day and help me grow. And I want the student to feel heard and what they say matters.
Minnetonka has such a wonderful sense of community, and I'm just proud to be a part of it in the work that I do.
A hallmark of our district is collaboration. We depend on teachers and staff to develop relationships and design unique student experiences for deeper learning. This award gives us an opportunity to encourage a collaborative culture of innovation in our district. Our high school's Vantage program has seen amazing growth as students have discovered the incredible hands-on, real-world opportunities for learning in each of the signature strands of this program. The Vantage program's success is due in large part to the Vantage administration team that works so hard with teachers, community volunteers, and community businesses and organizations to make it a success. They are Vantage Program Directors Roger Andre, Marketing Coordinator Missy Bem, and Administrative Assistant Lena Otowski. Let's learn more about this dynamic and collaborative team.
What we collaborate on at Vantage is everything. We don't focus on who's in charge of what. We focus on delivering a great experience. And we all take ownership of building partnerships with the outside world.
Just this year alone, over 1,000 people who have volunteered their time to make everything work. That includes, guest instruction, all of the mentors that we have this year, site visit hosts.
It's a very elaborate challenge to create 80 unique experiences that student project teams will run with. In the end, we all own all of it, and we all help as much as we can with all of it. It just results in kind of one great experience after another for students.
I always compare the Vantage culture to being kind of a startup environment. Things are kind of always changing. We work in a very entrepreneurial environment. So all of us are doing kind of whatever it takes to get whatever it needs to get done.
We have everyone that work towards such a common goal. It's, easy to achieve success in what we're trying to do.
I'm Katie Becker, School Board Chair, and I'm pleased to be with you. As you may know, our Vantage program is completing its 7th year. This program is transforming the high school experience for many students by providing real-world, project-based learning in professional settings. Vantage has 7 strands or study areas, including global business, business analytics, health sciences, global sustainability, design and marketing, digital journalism, and user experience design. Vantage would not exist without the organizational partnerships that provide students with project-based learning opportunities and mentorship. Tonight, we are pleased to recognize one of those partners, Brian Fries, owner of Sencha Tea Bar. Let's learn more about Brian.
It's an honor for me to have the opportunity to be a part of the Minnetonka Schools community, and more specifically Vantage, as a volunteer, a company sponsor, and most importantly as a dad. What an amazing program run by fantastic people who care about our students by offering them an incredible opportunity to take what these students learn in the walls of a classroom and apply those lessons to real-world business situations in our community businesses. As Benjamin Franklin once said, "Tell me and I will forget, teach me and I may remember, but involve me and I will learn." It is a win for all of us having this program as part of our school and community, and for myself and my company, Sencha T-Bar, that focus so much on the health and well-being of our community, it is an honor to do all we can to support this incredible program. Thank you for Vantage for all you do for our school, for our students, and for our community.
Thank you again, Brian. Our deepest appreciation goes out to you for your involvement with the Vantage program. You are inspiring and motivating a future generation of professionals who already show great promise.
Our 20-year employees began working with the Minnetonka School District in the year 2000. Tonight, they are honored with an engraved award as a memento of this anniversary year. They join us tonight via a pre-recorded virtual meeting to celebrate their 20-year milestone year. Let's listen in. It's my pleasure to introduce 29 Minnetonka employees who are celebrating their 20th year with the school district this year. Colleagues, as I read your name, please give us a little wave, if you will, so we know where you are on the screen. They are Kathy Allen, Special Education Paraprofessional at Minnetonka High School. Lori Anderson, first grade teacher at Scenic Heights Elementary. Don Bruzoff, counselor at Minnetonka Middle School East. Nancy Bai, bus and traffic paraprofessional and special education. James Donald, instructional tech coach and math teacher at Minnetonka High School. Jackie Gleeman, office assistant at Minnetonka High School. Heidi Hammerback, EL teacher, Wilson reading teacher, and RTI teacher at Groveland Elementary. Ann Hersman, math teacher at Minnetonka High School. Laurel Johnson, special education teacher at Minnetonka High School. Tara Kamen, counselor at Minnetonka High School Middle School East, Carl. Timothy Kokish, science teacher at Minnetonka High School. Amy LaGrange, cook manager at Minnetonka Middle School East, paraprofessional at Groveland Elementary. Tim Laffenhaus, social studies teacher at Minnetonka High School. Mary Leaf, kindergarten teacher, paraprofessional at Clear Springs Elementary. Kathleen Leisman, social worker at Minnetonka High School. Joyce Murphy, office assistant at Deephaven Elementary. Stephanie Nelson, science teacher at Minnetonka High School. Valerie Nelson, cook manager and Explorers program assistant at Excelsior Elementary. Linda Oberman, special education paraprofessional at Minnetonka High School. Tammy Pica, family consumer science teacher at Minnetonka High School and Minnetonka Middle School East. Derek Ratty, painter, foreman in our buildings and grounds department. Paraprofessional and bus and traffic paraprofessional as well. Alicia Streckhauser, system support assistant in our technology department. Lori Teal, kindergarten classroom paraprofessional, special education. Katie Tuthill, fourth grade teacher at Scenic Heights Elementary. Stephen Tuthill, math teacher at Minnetonka High School. Joe Walker, principal at Scenic Heights Elementary. Julie Thompson, cook helper at Minnetonka High School. Jennifer Watson, Ready Start kindergarten teacher at Minnewashta Elementary. Chrissy Ziegler, second grade teacher at Clear Springs Elementary. Thank you to each of you for your wonderful service over the years, and you've done a great job with our students and their families throughout the past 20 years. I appreciate all of you and wish you well. Thank you. Next, we have our 25-year employees who joined our educational family in 1995. They join us tonight via a pre-recorded segment, as well as to celebrate their 25-year milestone year. Let's take a look. It's my pleasure to introduce 22 Minnetonka employees who are celebrating their 25th year with the school district this year. Colleagues, as I read your name, please give us a little wave if you will, so we can know where you are on the screen. The honorees are Brett Bernard, 5th grade teacher at Scenic Heights Elementary. Anita Britton, EL teacher at Scenic Heights Elementary. Don Christensen, teacher and special assignment at Scenic Heights. Michael Kutchell, teacher, instructional coach. Nikki Dano, 2nd grade Spanish immersion teacher at Groveland. Dave Eisenman, director of instructional technology. Timothy Hannes, physical education teacher at Minnetonka Middle School West. Karen Herdal Kenny, Explorers Program Leader at Scenic Heights Elementary. Debbie Hoffman, Coordinator of Purchasing. Douglas Koski, Tonka Dome Grounds Attendant. Catherine Larson, 4th grade teacher at Minnewashta Elementary. Christine Littman, world language German teacher at Minnetonka High School. Julie Jo Naraki, teacher and instructional coach. Heidi O'Leary, EL and RTI teacher at Excelsior Elementary. Christine Randall, special education paraprofessional at Clear Springs Elementary. Jeff Renlund, physical education teacher at Excelsior Elementary. Jean Sable, 2nd grade teacher at Excelsior Elementary. Christy Sneed, bus and traffic paraprofessional, special education paraprofessional, and academic support paraprofessional at Clear Springs Elementary. David Thomas, math teacher at Minnetonka High School. Susan Walker, special education teacher at Minnetonka High School. Shane Weber, navigator teacher at Excelsior Elementary. And Sarah White, director of teacher development. I'm so proud of all of you. Thanks each of you for your dedicated service to our district's families throughout the past 25 years. We all appreciate the work you do each day. Thank you.
It's just amazing what we can do with these children, and they can do it, and it's just amazing. And I think of the crew that we're here with, our 25-year people. I reflected back on saying I'll race you to the 30-year mark because we can do it, and how I reflect on those little babies we had 25 years ago, and where are they now? The occupations they're in, the families they have, and how they reflect back on how we as educators in the Minnetonka system were able to guide them, encourage them, hold their hand, hug them, give them that one encouraging word, and it's amazing to be a part of that.
Thank you again to our 25-year service honorees. Our next group of employees is celebrating 30 years of service. They joined our district in 1990. They also join us tonight via a pre-recorded segment to celebrate their 30-year milestone year. Here it is. It's my pleasure to introduce 14 Minnetonka employees who are celebrating their 30th year with the school district this year. Colleagues, as I read your name, please give us a little wave, if you will, so we know that we have you on the screen. They are Mark Broughton, 3rd grade teacher at Excelsior Elementary. Mary Kay Burmish, special education teacher at Minnetonka Middle School East. Tom Condon, 6th grade teacher at Minnetonka Middle School West. Cynthia Crawford, help desk assistant at our district tech center. Diane Daniels, navigator teacher at Groveland and Scenic Heights Elementary Schools. Christine Denson, physical education teacher at Groveland Elementary. Kimberly Ewan, RTI teacher at Clear Springs Elementary. Angela Fairbrother, world language teacher in German at Minnetonka High School. Mary Hedstrom, language arts teacher at Minnetonka High School. Teresa Johnson, special education teacher at Translation Plus. Lynn Kurth, third grade teacher at Minnewashta Elementary. Rebecca McDougall, sixth grade teacher at Minnetonka Middle School East. Lynn Ostland, teaching and learning office assistant. And Kelly Whiteside, media specialist at Deephaven Elementary. Thank you for your incredible service to our district and their families throughout the past 30 years. We're grateful for all you do.
When I think about my first classroom at Clear Springs, as a fourth grade teacher, there were 4 teachers. We shared one Apple IIe computer. It was on a cart.
Yeah.
We moved it from room to room, and you got it in your classroom for 1 week out of the month. And fast forward from sharing 4 classrooms, 100 children sharing one computer, to one-on-one iPads and now distance learning, like 30 years. What we did 30 years ago, we would have thought what we're doing today would be the Jetsons.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing.
Thank you again to our 30-year Service Award honorees. And tonight we have one employee, Mary Hall, who is celebrating 40 years of service with Minnetonka Schools. Let's learn more about Mary. It's my pleasure to introduce Mary Hall, who is celebrating her 40th year as Minnetonka Schools employee. Mary is our Explorers billing clerk at the Minnetonka Community Education Center. Mary, first of all, thank you for your incredible service to our district families throughout the past 4 decades. We are grateful for your contributions throughout your career with the school district. Mary, we've got a couple minutes. I'd like to have you tell me a little bit about what you love most about working in the district, and maybe a little bit about the different positions you've had.
Okay, well, I first started helping out in the community ed office while I was in college. The secretary had broken her leg, and we were in the old administration building in Excelsior, and she couldn't handle the stairs because there wasn't an elevator. So I helped out in the office, and then after college, I started there full time. I've been the receptionist, I've been the youth program clerical, I've been the department clerical, I was an office manager, a program manager, I did summer recreation, and then I just ended with the accounts for Explorers Club. I graduated from Minnetonka High School, and my father was the athletic director there for 30 years. So Minnetonka is very dear to me, and I love where I work.
Oh, that's great, Mary. I know your dad was just an icon in Minnetonka for so many years, and people have appreciated your whole family. So again, congratulations on your 40 years, and we look forward to celebrating you at the big event. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of our Service Year Award recipients for their longstanding commitment to the district. Our next award is a Bradley G. Board Award for Excellence in Elementary Education. Brad Board started as a kindergartner in Minnetonka, graduated as skipper, and after college he returned to Minnetonka as a teacher, coach, and eventually became an elementary principal. This award was established upon Mr. Board's retirement from the district. It recognizes excellence and achievement in an elementary teacher who has had a great impact on children. This award is sponsored by the Minnetonka Public Schools Foundation and the Bradley G. Board Fund. Our honoree this year is Christina Darbut, a second grade Spanish immersion teacher at Clear Springs Elementary.
Hello. Hi, Christina.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Christina, I'm here to give you a little bit of good news today, or a lot of good news. You've been chosen for the Brad Board Award for Excellence in Elementary Teaching. Mr. Board,
wow,
principal for us, and he's honored teachers for years with this award, and you're very deserving of it.
Well, thank you. That's incredible. I had no idea. That's amazing.
Well, we're very excited, Christina. This is personally a really important award for me. When I started my teaching career in 1992, I was hired by Brad Board at Deephaven, and Brad was a dear mentor and a strong principal for me in the times when I was learning how to be a teacher. And now that this award is in his honor, it's just really, really special for me when a Clear Springs teacher is the recipient. So congratulations.
That's wonderful. I'm so happy. It's great to receive such good news during these times. So I'm very honored.
It is the best feeling as a mom to know that your student is going to school every day with someone who loves them and supports them and challenges them. He goes to school happy and comes home even happier. So, and I know a large portion of that is due to the classroom climate and school community that Christina helps create in her classroom.
Kids always have their different ways of learning, and my three certainly do. And the one sort of consistent thing with Christina is she's always found a way to approach them at their level, be it high or low or medium or anywhere in between. And I see that not just with my kids, but with other kids in the classroom as well.
I really enjoy little kid things. I love their genuine natural tendencies towards play. So we integrate, singing, dancing, art projects, things that kids like. We joke around a lot and have a good time.
Tim Litvin, Executive Director for Minnetonka Community Education, will now present the Minnetonka Community Education Awards.
Thank you, Dr. Peterson. Karen Winterhoff and Amy Kreesch, Minnetonka Preschool and ECFE Volunteers of the Year. It's often when you run into Amy, you run into Karen, both sister-in-laws and very good friends. They have been members of Minnetonka Preschool and ECFE PTO and Advisory Council for several years. Amy is not one to seek the spotlight. She has been integral in the organization of baby bags, book carts, family bowling, food for the spring picnic, and more. Karen brought her math and finance background to the PTO, serving as the treasurer since 2017. Amy and Karen have definitely enhanced the family atmosphere here at MCEC.
We wanted to meet other people in the community who also had young children like us, and also people that weren't getting any sleep at night.
Yeah, and I work full time, and it's a great way to get involved in Minnetonka schools and really build relationships in the community.
John Woodburn, MCE Youth Volunteer of the Year. John has volunteered as a team manager for Minnetonka Community Education's Destination Imagination program for 3 years. In addition to leading a team of elementary students through creating, developing, and designing to solve a challenge, he has also dedicated his time toward growing the DI program. John is a reliable and trustworthy volunteer. He is dedicated and, most importantly, passionate about our MCE program.
And these kids, they spend their time trying to come up with solutions, and these challenges are global. And so it's the same challenges being worked on by kids from across the United States, Canada, China, over in Europe. It's the exact same challenge. And so to see what each group, each team comes up with is really pretty amazing.
The Tuaretonka Scooter Team are the MCE Adult Volunteers of the Year. The Youth Triathlon, Firecracker, and Tuaretonka Scooter, Bicycle, and Motorcycle Support Team members are the 2020 MCE Adult Volunteers of the Year. These people are all-stars. They help support these 3 big events on either their scooter, bicycle, or motorcycle. They are invaluable to MCE and to the events we organize. They are unsung heroes without a doubt. They provide shepherding, safety, and security for the riders, the runners, and the general public. The winners this year are Chris Hover, Lake Bechtel, Andrew Rothman, Bill Cook, Kent Bowsley, David Sidler, Ali Reiki Baraki, Kevin Vander Velden, Lucy McInerney, Scott Becker, Dane Swenson, Steve Bellator, Tim and Sharon Alexander, Stephen Barb Pye, Heidi Todd Parker, and Carson Rail. Thank you very much.
Get connected with a community that really is enriching the lives of the kids around us or the people around us, and we like it.
I think everybody has to make a difference in their community, and this is one way of doing that.
Us bikers, motorcyclists, we call ourselves bikers, and then you've got bikes, cyclists, so we are building a relationship between those who wear spandex and those who wear leather.
Whenever you're out there, every once in a while you stop, you'll talk to people, and they're just always glad to see you out there, and it just makes you feel useful.
Wayne Peterson from Domino's is the MCE Business Partner of the Year for 2020. Wayne Peterson is a community hero. During the current COVID-19 pandemic, Wayne immediately offered to provide free pizza to the child care program, which is a component of the Explorers program. Wayne and his Domino's pizza business provide free pizza to the thousands of bike riders and volunteers each year at Tour de Tonka. Wayne has done this since 2015. Thank you, Wayne. Congratulations on being selected as the 2020 Minnetonka Community Education Business Partner of the Year.
It just feels right. Giving back to the communities that we operate in, we take from the communities, and it's just the right thing to do at the end of the day, is just to give back to the communities that we do business in.
Thanks again, and congratulations to all of the Minnetonka Community Education heroes and sponsors and volunteers, and to all of the other district award winners.
This year's honorees of the Minnetonka Spinnaker Award have been generous with their time, talent, and resources. Their long-term dedication has provided so much to our students, our schools, the Minnetonka Foundation, extracurricular programs, and community. Congratulations to this year's award recipients. They are David Kelly, a volunteer at Clear Springs Elementary, the Minnetonka Middle School West Service Club, Bhuvana Nadakumar, a volunteer with Minnetonka Schools and the Minnetonka Public Schools Foundation, Katie McCartney, a volunteer at Excelsior Elementary, and the Hope House Student Club at Minnetonka High School. Let's take a look at what motivates each of them to give back.
Why I do this? It's just such a special thing to see and know that you helped change someone's life, that you were the reason someone else smiled for that day.
I have volunteered in my children's classrooms, both at Excelsior Elementary and at MMW.
Well, I was involved with the Hope House Show of Hands fundraiser and awareness campaign as the student leader.
Video. I'm a videographer, very amateur. Any program, whether it's a school program or the Tonka District Choir.
I've served for 3 years on the Excelsior PTO board, currently as president, and along the way I've also chaired several events.
We let the kids pick the projects, and then based on what they pick, we set up times for them to earn money or go out and volunteer.
At the district level, I have volunteered with the District Innovation team and also through the Minnetonka Public Schools Foundation.
It's important to support the teachers. I grew up having a mother who was a teacher, and I work in education myself. So I've personally witnessed how important it is to support our teachers.
Something that is a privilege for you to give. That's when to give.
The work with Hope House is extremely important to me because I care deeply about the youth of this generation, but also in this community. I'm deeply invested in that.
The really important part is fundraising to make sure that it can stay open, and then also the awareness campaign to make sure that those students who need the resources know that they're available.
You get to see really unique effects, whether that's at the Hope House event, seeing a youth connect with one of the many resources throughout the Twin Cities, or even just seeing somebody having a brighter day or put a smile on somebody's face.
Simply so we can live in a better world, especially at a time like this.
They've been talking about the effect it has on us as kids, but I'm seeing more of the effect it has on other people, because people can use us as a role model to see what they should be doing, and they can join the group. And we have an effect on people, which I think is really cool.
Success in so many programs would not be possible without the strong support of our volunteers and partners. Thank you to each of you.
Our next award is the Joyce Gustafson Memorial Award. Sponsored by the Lake Minnetonka Excelsior Rotary Club, this award is an ongoing tribute in memory of Joyce Gustafson, a longtime Minnetonka music teacher. This annual award provides recognition to a Minnetonka employee who demonstrates the special commitment to students, creativity in teaching, support for colleagues, and the high level of professionalism shown by Joyce Gustafson during her teaching career in Minnetonka. This year's honored recipient is Jeff Renlund, Excelsior Elementary physical education teacher. We surprised him with an announcement about this award recently. Let's watch.
Hi, Jeff. Hey, you know what? We have a few visitors that are here with us today.
Morning, Jeff.
Hi.
Thanks for inviting us into your living room.
Yeah.
You know, we've always valued you so much as a teacher. You touch children's lives in such a special way. And each year the district and the Rotary Club give an award that's called the Joyce Gustafson Award. And it goes to an educator who has a special way of touching the lives of children and just goes above and beyond the expectations. And you're this year's recipient.
Wow. That is, do you know, I had Joyce Gustafson as a teacher.
Isn't that great?
I had her in, I went to readiness at Excelsior.
Yeah.
For first grade. And she was my music teacher at Excelsior, and she was absolutely one of my favorite teachers, and I still remember her. Wow, that's
terrific. I'm going to let Ross McGlasson say a few words.
I'm thrilled that you had Joyce for a teacher. My kids had Joyce for a teacher, and we got to know her quite well. The one thing you can say about Joyce is she demanded the best out of everyone. She wasn't satisfied with less than your best.
Right. I remember still. Thank you so much. I'm just so honored. Wow.
And he's just phenomenal. He works with every child. He makes sure every child can participate. I think that he's someone on staff that you could go to with anything, and he is a great sounding board. You can come to him and say, hey, I have a student who's struggling with this, and he can help you come up with a plan.
Who's getting outside for at least an hour?
There might be reasons why one of my kids or just any kid needs to move in the building. He always says, come in here. And he might have a class, and he just welcomes kids into his class all the time. He doesn't look at a child and see disabilities. He truly sees all of their abilities. He makes me feel proud to be a teacher in the district because I know that he cares about them the same way that I do.
Thank you again for all you do to make the learning experience outstanding for our students, Jeff. The Minnetonka Public School District is fortunate to have an incredible number of outstanding teachers who work tirelessly to understand each child's needs. They provide personalized learning opportunities that engage, encourage, and support achievement. Narrowing the field to just a few teachers to recognize is difficult. Our Child-Centered Excellence in Teaching Awards honor representatives of the many exemplary teachers in our schools who exhibit a genuine love of children and professional commitment. Our honorees this year are Jessie Meyen, 6th grade teacher, Minnetonka Middle School West. Jacob Fouts, language arts teacher, Minnetonka Middle School East. Leah Dasovich, language arts teacher, Minnetonka High School. Mitch Burfeind, Momentum, technology education teacher, Minnetonka High School. Callie Bartels, 4th grade teacher, Clear Springs Elementary. LeAnne Smith, special education teacher, Deephaven Elementary. Kyra Hamilton, 2nd grade teacher, Spanish Immersion, Groveland Elementary. Brooke Eigel, 4th grade teacher, Excelsior Elementary. Jen Watson, RSK teacher, Minnewashta Elementary. Katie Guo, 2nd grade teacher, Chinese Immersion, Scenic Heights Elementary. And Christina Hoff, speech teacher, Minnetonka Community Education. Let's learn more about these wonderful teachers.
just changed the entire dynamic of our family. She has changed my daughter's confidence like tenfold, and she also just makes me feel empowered and in charge to help my daughter. Is priceless.
I feel like it's really taken my daughter, from, a spot where she could hardly communicate to us and our family to now she can talk to people that she doesn't even know. And so it's been just a blessing, and she's been just an advocate for us. And I can't say enough that, how important it has been for my daughter to have her speech improve, but also more importantly, her confidence.
A rare natural teacher. She just was born to do this. She really always focuses on her students first. She takes time at the beginning of the year to get to know each individual student, what makes them tick, what things they're interested in, what they're not interested in, what their strengths are. And she builds those bonds up so strongly from the start and build up a level of trust with those students so that they're willing to take risks with her.
She's open to thoughts and ideas. She's able to modify as needed. It's really fun to see, and to see the look on the kids' eyes as they're watching her. She's made a really huge connection with those kids.
She's worked with him on countless things. She's provided a mentor for him. Because she's so kind and patient, and she really believes in each child, he has come up to almost grade level reading through her, which we never thought would actually happen.
Kind-hearted, dedicated, and loyal. She takes her job seriously and celebrates the success of her students by encouraging confidence. My daughter is now more excited, passionate, and motivated to read and excel because of LeAnne.
She creates a very warm environment, whether it's from her smile or her cute notes or her stories about your child. You know right away that your child has an advocate in her.
Miss Eigel is one of the most genuine and honest people I have ever met. She truly has a passion for kids and for teaching, and just really, I think she's just one of the most wonderful people I've met.
When you're dyslexic, reading doesn't just click one day, and the progress that he makes is really incremental. So she created a program that she calls Reading Karate, where Leo graduates from one belt to the next, and it's different levels of books, and he's able to time himself at the beginning of the week reading a book and how many words he can read within that book in 1 minute. And that program has been, for sure, one of the most impactful interventions we've had.
She comes home and she wants to talk about the things that she's learned and the different experiences that she's had.
When I'm stuck on something that I don't know, how to do, she helps me in a way that I can understand it. And she's funny and kind.
Able to identify kids' strengths and really bring those out. Everything is celebrated and encouraged, and I think it's amazing with so many young kindergartners that she's able to individualize the teaching, but I think she really is.
I think she really tries to understand and appreciate what it is he likes to do, maybe what he doesn't like to do, and how can she reach him in a way where on those things he doesn't like to do but needs to learn. She just strikes that perfect balance of sweet and kind and loving and caring and all of it, dealing with a 5-year-old.
Kids and I love her. She is super responsible, always thinking ahead and positive. Doesn't matter what she does, or even if she has to express her concerns, she's always positive.
When my older daughter has a little problem with learning when she was younger, one day I just reached out to her for advice. She offered to let her stay after school to just sit down with her and do homework with her while she's creating her other children's paper. And that experience is really very helpful for my daughter. I could not thank her enough for that. You can tell that She loves them, and she loves what she does.
Mr. Fouts has a really good sense of humor. He's always really kind and supportive, and he's really wise as well. I really like this learning style because it fits really well for me and like my learning style too.
He always has a good sense of humor, which makes learning a lot more fun. And it's not like I'm walking into a lecture class. Like I walk in and I want to be there. He starts every day off with the same sentence. So if it's like a Monday, he'll be like, "Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here." So that's always just a fun thing. And on Wednesdays, it's
Happy Pizza Day, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here.
My experience with Mr. Meyen has and is a great one. And he has an individual relationship with all of his students. Whenever I walk into class, he can always tell what mood I'm in. So if I'm in a bad mood, he usually likes to pull me aside to make sure that I feel okay, which makes me happy.
He always was looking out for all the students, but when I needed help, I'd always ask questions, and he'd make sure to help me and what I really needed when I was struggling. I'm always excited to see him, and he's always treating everybody with kindness, and he puts happiness in people's lives.
He gets the creative process and he lets us just run free with our ideas, and it's a very nice laid-back atmosphere to build stuff and explore.
When he talks to everybody one-on-one in his class, you can always go up, talk to him about not only class, but if you have something else going on, you can talk to him about that. Mr. Burfeind is a student-oriented, kind, helpful, and amazing teacher. He understands his students and gets to know them, and even during online school, he is online early and he stays late, and he's always there to help out. Anyone who has him is lucky and has an amazing teacher to help them along the way.
My boys have really different personalities, and one thing that they've talked about over and over is how compassionate Miss Dasovich is, how much she truly cares about her kids, about her students. Each of the kids feel really special because she takes the time to make the personal connections with them.
She's just been an amazing person. She really has led me really well and built up my confidence a ton.
I have 3 girls, and she's a boss. You know, that's the biggest thing that I can tell you. You know, you want your kids to be like her, you know, and so I felt so blessed to have somebody who was so strong.
We are down to the final awards of the Celebration of Excellence program. Each year, our school district asks 2 teachers to represent Minnetonka schools as nominees in the Minnesota Teacher of the Year program. Tonight, we are asking 1 elementary and 1 secondary teacher to represent Minnetonka in the 2021 Minnesota Teacher of the Year program. Those teachers are LeAnne Smith, a special education teacher with Deephaven, and Leah Dasovich, a language arts teacher from Minnetonka High School. Congratulations to both of you. That concludes our program for tonight. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to each of you for the contributions you make each day to this amazing community. It takes all of you together, students, parents, teachers, staff, and community members, to make Minnetonka Schools such an outstanding district. Good night, everyone. Be well and be safe.